All the people in the world, let's rock, let's rock, let's rock tonight. Raise your hands. One for unity, one for peace, one for freedom, one for love. Yeah, nothing's gonna stop us. We can do it all together, all together.
Yes, all together. Good morning, everyone. My name is Aldona, and welcome from the beautiful Chicago. Have you ever struggled with the dry and not shiny hair? Raise your hand. Have you ever had a client who had extremely dry hair and you couldn't brush? Raise your hand. You know where is the secret? In the balance between proteins and moisture. This is everything if we are talking about healthy and shiny hair. And I'm so excited today to share all my knowledge about this balance between these guys. It's a very, very tight relationship. Neither protein nor moisture can work without each other. And if it's a very unique relationship. And so thank you so very much for taking some time out from your day and joining to this video. And I'm gonna give you all informations according this balance. And it's gonna make easier for you as a hairstylist behind the chair to see the difference, to know why the hair is like this, that it's not manageable, it doesn't look right. And also when you talk to the client and suggest any product for home maintenance. I didn't know this before. I made so many mistakes. Because it's so obvious when it's dry, we need moisture. And I suggest my clients the moisturizing treatments. I didn't have any idea that besides the moisture, proteins are very important because I didn't have this knowledge. And I always say, knowledge is power. It gives us confidence. So, are we good so far? Before we start to dive in a little bit deeper in the subject, please, it would be wonderful if you have your cameras on so I can see your beautiful and handsome faces. And please stay on mute. Keep yourself on mute unless you want to ask the questions. So feel free to take off from the mute and ask the questions. Or you can also use the chat box and write the questions. I try to answer them during the class, but if I don't have a chance for this or I miss something, feel free to reach me on the social media, or then after the class I'm gonna post my email, so just throw your questions. Don't feel bad and remember, there are no the stupid questions. We all learn whole life. It works both ways. You can take the notes, you can take the pictures. You don't have to ask me about that. So if you want me to repeat something, just let me know. And so, like, before we start to dive in, so like I said, you can find me my name is Aldona, and you can find me on the social media as the Aldona Hair Addict. I'm the Matrix educator, and I've been with Matrix for so many years, but as a consumer, I use their product. And our relationship got a little bit tighter when I became the educator, and then I started to dive in deeper and deeper in all the informations. So our founder, Ernie Miller, decided to create the brand especially for the hairstylist, and because he was the hairstylist, so he understood us from the other side. So, and he found the metrics in 1980, and we have amazing mantra coming from him: think, believe, dream, and dare. Don't afraid to think outside of the box. When you dream about something, believe that it can happen, and never dare mistakes. They are our lessons. We learn that way. Who doesn't make mistakes? The person who doesn't do anything, right? Are you with me? Give me a thumbs up. Okay, now our company has incredible values. It's uncomplicated, so everything is simple as it can be. Inclusive. Everybody is welcome. All humans and all hair type. We are for everybody and for every hair. Everybody can join Matrix, and everybody has the same opportunity to get successful. No matter where are you from, no matter about your background, everybody is more than welcome. And it's uplifting. It's very supportive for our hairstylists on every milestone in their career. So, and it's very accessible. It's easy access for to education. We have classes almost every day, twice a day, online and in person. So many platforms where we can join and get the information what we want. So it's for everybody. Okay. Are you with me? Give me a little heart on the chat box. Any questions? Why is Love brand? Yes, it's called like that because everybody is very welcome. Like it's inclusive for everyone. Everybody is welcome. It doesn't matter who you are welcome. You have the same opportunity to like I said, get successful, to reach your goals, and you have so much support. Okay, before we go further, any more questions? Okay, let's get a little bit of chemistry, just a little bit. Okay, not this one. Let's do this together. Okay. Who gonna tell me what the hair is made of? There are 5 components. What is the biggest component of the hair? The biggest percentage? Yes, wonderful. It's protein. Who gonna tell me how the percentage? Yes, it's around 80. I'm gonna use my source, the percentage when I was told, and you can find different percentage, but it's not about the being detailed. It's gonna show us why the balance between proteins and moisture is so not expensive. Sometimes it's expensive. So important. Okay, protein. And what is the name of the protein? Wonderful. It's keratin. Great. Okay, what is the other one? What is the next one? Yes, it's moisture. And what is the percentage? Anybody? 20. Yes, it's very, very, very close according to my resource. So I have, this is 70 to 80. This is 10 to 15. And what is the next one? It's a yes, pigment, right? Pigment, let's put here. Okay, what about percentage of pigment? Yes, exactly, it's from 1 point to 0.21. I remember when I started to learn about that, I was in shock. I thought that this is the biggest component of the hair, the pigment, because it's all about pigment. I was like, oh my God. Okay, and who gonna tell me what's the name of the pigment? Yes, melanin. And we have two kinds of melanin, because our hair can be light, dark, can be mixed. So what is the pigment for melanin for the light hair? Pheomelanin. Yay! Amazing, guys, you are doing amazing, my friends. It's for the light hair. And what is the melanin for the dark hair? Yes, eumelanin. Wonderful. It's for the dark hair. They can be mixed together. So then we have like a light brown hair. And here I'm gonna give you a hint. It's lipids. They are fats creating that barrier. And what about the last one? Minerals. Amazing. And the range is between 5 and 6. Okay, having this informations, now you can see that the two biggest hair components are protein and moisture. So if there is anything wrong in this area, we cannot expect our hair being like a shiny, movable, like Hollywood hair. And remember one thing, whenever we break out this one, it's pigment. So whenever we are doing any chemical treatments, any color, lightening, etc., we breaking proteins. So here it's big connection. So this being breaking down, it's like, you know, there is no balance between both here. Okay, let's go further. Any questions so far? Yes, like I said, like I mentioned before, I'm gonna use my source, my percentage, what was told me, and you can find all different informations, but the whole point was to show that protein and moisture, they are the most in the hair. This was my whole point here. So okay, let's go further. How about how we can see that there is protein overload? How our hair gonna will behave, let's call it. Is this gonna be shiny? Is this gonna be movable? Is this going to be easy to brush? No, exactly. No, there is no way. Our hair, there is no shine. It looks like a straw. It's a brittle. It's and it's bending. Like when we brush the hair and we pull too much, it's we're gonna break it. I I'm gonna show a little visual after we're done with all this information, so it's gonna be maybe a little bit easier for you. And what we can do with that, how we can fix this protein overload. First of all, stop to use protein treatments. Any conditioners and deeper treatments like the keratin treatments, we have to stop it. And remember, after any big keratin treatments, we always have to follow with the moisturizing treatment. I didn't know this before, and I was like, oh, keratin treatment sounds so good because it's one of the hair biggest components, so it's going to be very helpful and healthy for the hair. Balance, balance, and balance. So, are you with me? Put B in the chat box. All about balance. So, and then clarify the hair. Start to use moisturizing treatments. And your hair gonna come back to the balance. And how about moisture? When we can tell that it's a moisture overload? Anybody? Too much moisture. Just imagine that there is too much moisture in something, too much water in the sweater, for example. When we wash and we don't spin it. It's heavy, it's stretchy. Yes, it's not fluffy. It's the same with the hair. When it's too much moisture, our hair got greasy because it's heavy. It's laying down on our scalp, so gets the sebum really fast. And there is no life. It's no movements in the hair. There are split ends. We can brush and then it stop. We cannot to go further. And it's like the rubber band. It's stretchy, but never comes back to the previous position. It doesn't have the strength because it's heavy. And the same, even the curls, if they love moisture, but when it's too much, it stop to forming the curls. And so what we can do about it? Any suggestions? What can cause this? What is the reason how we can get this to the point when it's too much moisture at the hair? Yes, deep treatments, deep moisturizing treatments, moisturizing conditioners, moisturizing shampoos, too much moisture, or when we don't dry our hair, or God forbid we leave it dried for over the night. It's too much moisture. It can cause any other problems like fungus on the scalp and stuff like that, because it's the beautiful environment for these little creatures. And how we can stop it? Yes, exactly, wonderful, amazing. Start to use protein treatments. It's simple, but when we see the difference, when the hair is dry because of the protein overload, or when it's dry because of moisture overload, then we know what to use. And like you said before, the knowledge what you gain today, it's gonna be beneficial for your future, because you know what to use, how to use. And if we have with the moisture, it's good to use oil also. Why? Oil doesn't do much to your hair, just to make its ends nice and smooth, but also create this barrier, and it keeps moisture inside, and it also protects hair from the absorbing the moisture. So, but also not too much, because too much oil create the buildup, and then we have another problem. So balance, balance. Are you with me, guys? Are you with me, my friends? Amazing. Put the thumbs up in your chat box, in my chat box. Thank you. Beautiful. Okay, and since we are talking about moisture, I would like to introduce our newest, let me grab one from the floor. I'm here, thank you. Let me introduce our newest baby from Total Result portfolio. And there is another one piece. I don't have it with me today, but it's like, okay, this is shampoo. The name is A Care Can Dream. What the Care can dream about? Moisture. So all this series, all these products are all about moisture. So when we have protein overload, we're gonna use this. It's a shampoo, a mask, but we are using it as a conditioner. Then we have deep treatment, the mask. It's moisturizing cream and amazing gel. It doesn't dry the hair, but keeps the curls. These products are created especially for curls, but it's for all type of hair. My hair are totally straight, but it needs a lot of moisture. So I can tell that it works beautiful. Okay, now let me show you little visual. So maybe it helps you even better to understand this balance. Okay, here I have a slice of bread, fresh bread. I bend and it comes back. I bend and it comes back. I can do, let's say, everything what I want, and it's always gonna come back to the position, to the right position. Okay, now let me do, it's water. It's the best moisture source. Let me put some, see how heavy it is? It bends, but it's never gonna come back to the previous position. It's gonna stay like that until it will break. See? It starts to breaking here. Can you see that? Like bending, boom. And the same happened with the hair. We can stretch to the point and then it's break. And here I have a piece of bread with no moisture. See what happened? When I bend it, it's never gonna come back. It's just boom. This happened with the hair when it's too much protein. It's just break like that. Any questions? Hopefully this visual help you to understand better the protein overload and moisture overload, that it always has to be a balance between these two, because it's such a unique relationship. It's so essential. Neither protein nor moisture can work without each other. It has to be together and in perfect balance. It's hard, especially when we do any chemical treatments. Like I said, if we break this, we break that. So it's big connection here also. So if you have any questions, like I mentioned before, you can find me on the social media as Aldona Hair Addict, or I'm gonna post right now my email address, so feel free to ask all the questions which pop out in your mind. And remember, there are no stupid questions. We learn whole life. It works both ways. So it's balancing. And never forget to tag Matrix on the social media and follow us on Instagram. Thank you again for your time spending with me on this morning, and hopefully see you soon. Bye.